What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brian here, aka Monstar 401. Yes, now there is a name to the channel. I'm doing a quick video right now because two big things of breaking news just occurred. I was sitting down, relaxing. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'm going to relax and chill for the day, even though I got work. And I get a message from my boy David Frechette. Another one of my homies from way back in the day, huge wrestling fan as well. One of these days, me and David gonna link up and get up on the show together. He sends me a message about one particular thing. I'm going to get to that thing second because the first piece of news is something that a lot of wrestling fans, um, there's a gentleman who used to be a big time announcer for WWE. A lot of you wrestling fans know him. His name is Jim Ross. The other day, his wife, Jan, was riding her moped and she was hit by another vehicle. Unfortunately, she suffered a lot of brain injuries. She's been in the hospital in critical condition. She had surgery a couple of hours ago, I want to believe. And unfortunately, about an hour or so ago, JR sent out a tweet stating, "A priest gave my wife Jan her last rites tonight. My little angel is gone." Unfortunately, Jim Ross's wife passed away this evening. Um, Jim Ross, in my eyes, is probably the greatest announcer in the history of professional wrestling. He's very well respected. He is a mainstay in his home state of Oklahoma. He's a big OU fan, Boomer Sooner. He comes out to the theme song, man. Jim Ross to wrestling fans is that voice that we grew up with, listening to. And, you know, in professional wrestling, the people in the ring are telling us a story with their bodies, but it's also the announcer's job to connect with us, the fans, the ones that are at home watching and viewing these events. And growing up, JR to me was like that voice of my generation. JR, I grew up with JR, man. His voice every Monday night, every pay-per-view, he was the man. And growing up, I don't know a lot from you guys' perspective. I'm sorry, it is emotional. I'm sorry to speak like this, but it sucks. JR is a good guy, man. He's been crapped on by the WWE a lot of times. He suffered Bell's palsy, where, for those of you who don't really know him, one side of his face is like, I don't even want to portray it, but this side of his face was paralyzed and he could barely open his eye, man. But JR, he fought through it. He's a great human being. He works with other companies now. He has his own podcast. Jim Ross was a great man, and as fans, we never really got to know Jan like that. But to be a woman to support your man's dream and allow him to do what he does and be gone all the time, and they've been together for so many years. In life, it's hard to find something like that. And I can just imagine, if he's such a wonderful man, he must have had an amazing woman for a wife. And JR, from one fan to you, whether you see this or not, we're sorry about your loss. God bless you and the rest of your family, and may Jan rest in peace. It sucks, man. It really does. This is going to be the weirdest transition now to my next story because this is really, really big. Like I said, my boy David hit me up and sent me a link to a news story. And he asked if I heard about it, and I said, no, I've heard of something before that, but I never heard of what I'm about to explain to you. Um, he sends me a message saying, hey, did you hear that the WWE is trying to buy Ring of Honor? What I stated to him was, no, I didn't know that. And there is an article up right now on many websites talking about, I'm gonna see if I can pull this up here. I know it seems a little messed up, but um, that WWE is currently trying to purchase Ring of Honor. And I guess the talks have been going on for a while now. Originally, what I heard, before I get to this article, originally what I heard was a few months back, WWE sent out like a questionnaire to the people who had their service. asking them if they would be interested in viewing other companies' shows and events on the WWE network. And it was talk of a price hike coming up about, I believe it was $7.99 for just access to the network and none of the live streaming. So you see your shows either after they air or the next day. Um, there was also the regular $9.99 that kept pretty much what we have today with the live channels for watching pay-per-views such as WrestleMania, which is coming up in a little less than 2 weeks. Um, and then they offered another package, I believe it was $14.99, that offered libraries to companies like PWG and Evolve and Progress, and one of them was also Ring of Honor. This is going around the time when TNA was kind of up for sale, and the speculation of them actually dealing with these other companies and getting their library and stuff. It was very interesting as a fan. I honestly, I don't know about you guys, the diehard fans would actually pay that extra $15 to get to see a lot of these wrestlers and see where they come from. Like the library from Ring of Honor alone would have guys like the new announcer for NXT, Nigel McGuinness. You'd have Daniel Bryan when he was Bryan Danielson. You'd have Seth Rollins when he was Tyler Black. You would have Cesaro when he was Claudio Castagnoli. Cassius Ohno, he was Chris Hero on the Independents. You have Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn, and everybody talks about the friendship. Well, in Ring of Honor, they were Kevin Owens in WWE. In Ring of Honor, he was Kevin Steen, and Sami Zayn was El Generico, and they really were a tag team. They won the titles. They've had wars with each other. So with WWE getting that type of library, that would be amazing. Um, and as a fan, like I said, I actually would have paid the $15 for it. All right, the article's not really pulling up on my phone right now, but basically what they're saying is they've been in talks since January, and it's unknown at this time which talents will remain in Ring of Honor if WWE was to purchase it. Um, Basically, right now, the original plan was to get the tape library, but now they're in talks with just buying them outright from Sinclair and putting their shows directly on the WWE network. Um, and as you can see, based on the talent that I was stating earlier, the talent exchange between WWE and Ring of Honor has been big for a while now. Um, a lot of people that they've been poaching, a lot of people they've been scouting, and have come from Ring of Honor. And to me, if WWE was to buy them outright, they would pretty much pull what they did with either ECW or WCW and just gain contracts. I would assume they would keep the show the way it is and keep it as a local or like a smaller time independent and be able to actually have contracts such as the Young Bucks or Adam Cole or Jay Lethal. Marty Scurll's been working with them. Will Ospreay comes from time to time. I don't know what some of the fewer guys I just stated what their contract situations are, but to get guys like that and the Briscoes who've been in Ring of Honor since the very first match, Murphy Rec Center. I actually have that DVD here somewhere. Um, to me, this would be a huge pickup for WWE. They're literally doing what they did in the early 2000s and trying to buy out their competition. Um, as much as Impact Wrestling is still trying to be number two in America, and New Japan is starting to come at WWE's heels, like for them to pick up Ring of Honor and pick up that group of talent, they're literally going to kill the market in some way, but it also at the same time gives a lot of other federations a chance to blow up. Like PWG is still huge. A lot of the local indies, like one local indie here in Rhode Island called Beyond Wrestling, is starting to gain a lot of traction. Um, you know, to me, I this would be really good and really bad in some ways, but as a fan, as a WWE fan, as a person who subscribes to the network, this would be huge. And my next video that I'm actually going to be working on Sunday is going to be 10 wrestlers WWE should hire that probably have never been in WWE. And, this was kind of throws a kink in my idea, but at the same time, I'm more excited now to definitely make that video for you guys. I'm not going to stay on too much longer. I'm going to get some rest. I do have work in the morning, and like I said, tomorrow is my birthday, and I'm going to, try to enjoy myself. But yeah, I just wanted to put this video out there real quick, and hopefully you guys get some views and check this out, and let me know what you guys think. All right. Well, hope you guys have a good evening. All right. Take care.